Hey, this is Elliot. Sorry to interrupt the pod that you're enjoying right now. Promise we'll get back to it as quick as possible. But I just want to say thank you guys for taking the time for listening to this episode. If you want to support us further, you can do so by following us on Instagram at Can I Kick It FC and on Twitter at CIKIFC. Again, you can follow us on Twitter at Can I Kick It FC and also on Twitter at CIKIFC. Thanks. I'll let you guys later. What's going on, listeners? Welcome to the latest episode of River City 93, brought to you by Roughneck Scarves, the Beautiful Game Network, and 2 Cents FC. Almost messed up the intro. Didn't worry about that. But this is your host, as always, Elliot Barr, and also joining me is my good man, Matt Myers. How are you doing, Matt?
Doing all right. You getting hyped up for the start of the season in a couple weeks?
I know, right? I get to go down to Raleigh to see the Kickers play this weekend. I'm excited about that.
There we go.
Yeah, right. Season starts soon, but also joining us is a guy who has a silky smooth touch, but is also a defensive maestro. It's Mr. Ethan Bryant. How are you doing, sir?
Doing well. Happy to be here.
I see you get the hair flowing, just all out there.
Yeah, always. You know me. I have to have that flow. You know, it's my brand. So.
Yeah. Elliot, I thought that's where you're leaning in with the silky smooth touch. I thought you were going to silky smooth touch, silky smooth locks.
Yeah.
I mean, really should. We should just do a Head and Shoulders commercials for Ethan.
that'd be clutch. I'd love that.
You gotta get the sponsorship dollars in.
Yeah.
Right. Man, Ethan, before we start off, man, let me ask you this. Are you pro man bun or anti man bun?
You see, it's funny. We're actually talking about this today, and I am not pro nor against it, but when it flows so well, you just got to let it flow, in my opinion. You know, other people's hair doesn't necessarily do that, so I get it. Like, you wear the headband or put it up, but mine flows pretty good, so I've been good without it.
Okay. Do you have anyone in the city that does your hair?
Not specifically yet. I've gone to like a few different places. One of the guys on the team cuts hair, but he does more of the fades and like that type of stuff. So I kind of I'm in the market. So.
All right.
Hold on, wait. Who on the team cuts hair? I need to know this now.
Chandler O'Dwyer. He's the team barber. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Clippers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
For all the follically challenged folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But even also, like, I want to ask you this: how did your playing career get started? Like, how did you get into soccer? What made you fall in love with the game?
Yeah. So, I mean, whenever I was really young, like 3, 4, it was just kind of like, go run around, go kick a ball. Like, my dad was like my coach or whatever, and it was fun. Like, I enjoyed it, and then like eventually I started taking it more serious and like, I want to win and be the best or whatever, like in the city. And so I just started playing like club, and then eventually got brought into like the academy system in San Antonio, and from there it just it was more serious, and then like a couple like national team call-ups and stuff like that, and it's just kind of keep progressing. And it was always like my dream to play pro, and it came pretty early. I debuted at 16 for San Antonio FC, and so I mean it's always been a passion of mine, and the fact that I could do it is pretty cool in my opinion.
Yeah, so mentioning that, debuting at 16 for San Antonio, had a pretty hot start to your career as well with a couple goals. Can you describe for us kind of that feeling that you have of being able to reach your goals at such an early age and being able to really make an impact on the field immediately?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was really fortunate with the people there who had a lot of trust and a lot of faith in me and gave me the chances and the opportunities. And I mean, to go out there and just like like you said, have an impact and win games, score goals, and it was pretty cool, especially being home in front of like your family and friends, and it was a perfect way to start my career, and I'm hopeful of many more moments like that elsewhere. So
I gotta ask you this. I want to go back a moment. You said your dad was your coach when you were starting off, right?
yeah.
Were you convinced your dad to be like, "Hey, dad, let me take the penalty kicks, or let me do all the free kicks," or were you kind of dad was just like, "Nah, son, you got to do this way."
He was, you see, at that age, it was very very young, like 5, 6, like not to where I was just kind of running around playing, and he was just kind of telling me like, no, hit the ball with this part of your foot, or like don't like be in this spot on the field. So I was just kind of being a little kid at that point.
You were just running around trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, just infinite energy.
About your time in Belgium, how was the culture shock? Were you over there by yourself? Did anyone come with you? How was that?
Yeah, I mean, I was originally just went over there by myself. My family came and like would come and visit like for Thanksgiving. Everyone came up, but like, yeah, I mean, I did that on my own. It was a good opportunity. It was a good experience. Like you said, a culture shock. It's the football over there is very different than here, and it's very much ingrained into everything they do, which it was pretty cool. But yeah, it was a super cool experience and a lot of growing I did over there.
Can you maybe give a couple of examples of ways that the playing culture in Belgium differs from what you've seen in San Antonio, what you've seen here in Richmond so far?
Yeah, for sure. Well, kind of like I said, like how it's just ingrained over there. Um, you have people downtown just at the pubs, like you see jerseys everywhere getting ready before the games, and you're starting to see that now, especially in the MLS. But over there it's just like that's all it is. You don't have American football or basketball. It's like this is your team, the local team, and you support them, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay. And anything that from your experience over there that you feel you've been able to bring back to the States and that's made you a better player?
Yeah, I would say over there, the speed of play is it's kind of cliche, but the speed of play is a lot quicker over there. And my coach would always get on to me. Like if I was taking more than 2 touches, he was always getting on me, even if there was space to just drive with the ball, or he would always get on to me for that because he didn't like it, like the ball moving quick. And so I took that, and I feel like I can make decisions quicker now because of that experience. So
Hey guys, if you're enjoying this interview, make sure to go to our Patreon page where you can get more exclusive access to articles, podcasts, and much more. It's very simple. Just go to patreon.com, type in River City 93, where you can join us low for $2 a month. Once again, just go to patreon.com, type in River City 93, where you can join. Thank you, and back to the episode. Food over there, like, what was the biggest adjustment you had to make? And what was the one thing you were craving or missing over here in America?
Yeah, it was good. Like I had a good like little rotation of restaurants that were like still healthy, like some like rotisserie chicken style restaurants, some ribs, like so it was good, but I was definitely missing like a good cheeseburger. And me being from Texas, like Whataburger, I don't know if y'all know
Yeah,
about that,
yeah.
but I was missing that big time. But I couldn't complain about the food. It was pretty good.
So probably not a ton of Mexican Central American cuisine over there.
No,
No,
yeah, missing the tacos for sure.
I bet. So after Belgium, you come back stateside. You go back to San Antonio, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And how was that experience? Like coming back to San Antonio, the club that you left, and things like that. Were you kind of expecting to break through to the first team, or
Yeah, I that was the plan. It was very much come home and kind of because I was playing there a lot when I was 16, 17. I didn't really think twice. I was like I'll come home and I'll be even more so, even a bigger impact player and all that. But you know, that's football, I guess. Sometimes it just doesn't work like that. People's opinions, you know, whatever. You just kind of get on with it. I try and always be professional. And whenever I wasn't playing a lot, San Antonio and me both decided it would be best to come on loan here, and I was able to do that, and you know, found some success, and we made the playoffs, and I'm happy I was able to do that.
So I want to ask you this because I'm very fascinated by like how the loan system works. Like, were you the one that came up with the idea of going loan, or was San Antonio was like, hey, there's an offer from Richmond to take you on loan?
I think Richmond reached out, and Darren, he knows a few. We have like a few, I guess, mutual like coaches or friends or whatever. So he would, you know, ask about me to them, and they gave good reviews, and so it just seemed like the right fit for everyone. And you know, whenever I heard that they wanted to bring me in, I didn't hesitate. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we could tell you didn't hesitate. You took to it.
Yeah.
We were all excited to see you come in because I mean, before you came in on this show, we were talking about like, you know, our midfield is seriously like lacking like a box to box player, a player of your type. So when you came in, trust me, we were all happy for you.
Yeah.
I think it's that phrase, Ethan, you used, you know, a few minutes ago of, you know, somebody who would drive the ball forward, you know, quite a bit. You know, we had, you know, Neil, we had some of the other guys who, you know, great at possession, but I think, you know, you brought in that a little bit more direct, you know, carrying the ball element, you know, once you joined up. So definitely was noticed in the stands that you took to it well. But yeah, a question kind of built around that. You came in mid-season, you know, last year. You know, how was that experience integrating into a team that had already had, you know, months and months, you know, together? And then how do you think, you know, having a full preseason with, you know, the guys this year is going to, you know, maybe help you even more this time around?
Yeah, for sure. Well, from day one, I felt very welcomed, which is not always the case in these situations. So I was very happy with that. Everyone took me in well, and you know, part of it I would say is just when you come on loan or, you know, join a team halfway through the season, you gotta earn everyone's respect. And I feel like I did that well. And then everyone at that point, you know, everyone welcomes you. So I was happy with that. But at the same time, now that I have a full preseason and getting to know the guys even more, I'm expecting much bigger things for me and the team this year, and I'm super excited. I think we got good stuff.
So I'm gonna take a pause for asking you about on the field stuff. Let's get a little bit more off the field.
Yeah.
What were your first initial thoughts when you came to Richmond? Because Richmond and San Antonio are not the same city.
For sure. I really like Richmond. There's some cool spots. Like, big fan of Carytown. I like downtown. Like, found some good little spots in off Cary Street downtown. Good little restaurants. It's a very different vibe than San Antonio, but I also like having like a river downtown. And I don't know. I like Richmond a lot. It's a good vibe.
Yeah, no real difference between two river walks. They're basically the same.
Yeah,
thing.
they are. They are.
They're all the same. You got any favorite places you like to eat at in the city? Because last week we had Jonathan on the show, and I was a little disappointed by his pizza choices, but I'm not going to believe that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was a little disappointed.
Okay. Well, for pizza, I like Mary Angela's off Cary Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm ready for some locals to put me on. So.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. I can give you all the good food spots. If you want soul food, I got you. If you want tacos, we got you.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Tacos. I did find like a good little taco spot. It's in the Veal Brewery off Forest. It's called like Ian Tu Mama or something like that. Very good. Because I'm skeptical of tacos up here, but
as you should be.
It's fair.
Yeah,
as you should be.
Yeah,
there's no problem with that at all. So now transitioning back to on the field stuff. when you first came into the team, kind of rounding out that year, you were a big part of the team's 5-game winning streak. Also, that push to the playoffs. Kind of, you just explain to the listeners like what was your focus at that standpoint? Like, what were some of your goals you were looking to achieve during that winning streak? And then also, like, how are you getting your flow back into you? Like, you know,
Right.
winning stuff.
Yeah. So like you said, getting that flow, because I hadn't played in a while. So that was a key for me from the start. But my goal from the get-go was to win as many games as I could for the Kickers. That's just what I wanted to do, and however that is that I impact it, I'm going to do that, whether it's making crunching tackles in the end, or driving with the ball forward and playing good passes or shooting on goal. I just I want to be the best player on the pitch at any given point. Yeah, I want to win as many games as I can for the Kickers. That was my mindset.
So we got a new fan to the Kickers who's listening to this for the first time. What should they expect to see out of Ethan Bryant on the field in 2022?
Someone who's not going to quit. Someone who's going to go for 90 minutes, high intensity. Someone who has quality technically and can drive with the ball, commit defenders. Be in the right spots defensively, and hopefully, add some assists and goals this year too.
Okay. What about this year are you looking most forward to accomplish and achieve? Like, you in the off season you signed for the Kickers full time. I mean, not full time, as a permanent player of the team.
Mm-hmm.
What are some things you're looking to do this year?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking to win a championship. Obviously, that's what everyone says. That's what everyone in the league will say. I think what makes us different is the way we're going to go about it. We have a good core coming back too. I think that was key. We got guys who we wanted back. And then I think our brand and our culture is going to be what drives us to that championship. And so I'm super excited about that. And also, like I said, I want to be the best player on the pitch every time I step forward. So that's my mindset.
Word. Kind of going to it. What was your decision thinking in signing for Richmond? Coming off of that loan.
I think just being welcomed from day one, and the way the staff and the players treated me, it was something I haven't felt in a long time. I kind of got to see the ugly side of that stuff for a little bit, and I think it was refreshing to come into an environment and find a bit of happiness back in my football, and knowing that this is a place that I can succeed individually, and I can feel like that we will succeed as a team as well.
Yeah. So on the note of being able to succeed, who do you feel you have I'm sure you have good chemistry with all the guys on the team out there, but who do you connect the best with out there on the field?
Yeah. So positionally, I line up usually in the midfield, but more so on the right side. And so I find good movement and switches with Matt Boldick out on that right wing, because sometimes I'll pop out there and he'll come inside, or our right back Stephen Payne, I'm getting some chemistry with him. But honestly, all the guys in the midfield, Neil, Zaka, Jalen, whenever I pop into the space, he plays a penetrating ball. I think from day one of preseason to now, we're really starting to get it, and I think we're gonna be liking what we see come April 2nd.
Okay.
All right. I like that answer. I like that answer.
I like that a lot. Did you have a moment where you were kind of just like, oh, I can still do this and I can be the best at it? When you came back to playing?
Yeah. I think very early on, whenever I was starting to play a lot for San Antonio, was a big moment where I was realizing oh, okay, this is for real. I'm playing professional, and I can be, a big player if I want to. And so that was kind of a season and like a moment that I realized that. But let me tell you, I'm not done yet. I'm only going up here. So
I mean, we hope so.
yeah,
We plan on making you the captain. All that
yeah,
stuff. Selling you on big time for some big money.
yeah,
We got big goals for you, sir.
yeah, exactly.
So, we've made reference to your time in San Antonio quite a bit. So I feel like you're in a really unique position because you're still 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
So you're 20 years old, but you probably have more professional experience than most of your teammates at the same time. So how do you, kind of balance, still being, officially young, but, experience-wise, almost being one of the old guys on the team?
Yeah. No, I think about that sometimes a little bit too. And I want to be a leader. I don't care that I'm 20 years old. I want to be a leader on the team, and I want to, be a leader on the field as well, because I feel like we need it. And so I think, me being 20, don't really care, except for the fact that, I have a lot of football left to play, which is cool. But I want to be a leader on the team and someone that the guys can look at as a role model, and someone who's going to, pick them up when they're down.
Yeah. Have you had any of those experiences yet where some of the younger guys or even some of the academy guys who train with the team have come to you, for advice, having been one of the first generations of guys to really go through the academy system?
Yeah, for sure. We actually had some trialists come in for preseason, and they were like, they knew who I was, which was kind of a shock to me too. And they're, asking me questions and just trying to give them advice about, how to be a pro, how to, act professional and be the best you can be. So that's cool. I enjoy that role.
Word. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't have any more questions, man. You got anything?
Yeah. So we kind of touched a little bit on this earlier, but one of the downsides of American soccer is long off season. What were you up to in the off season? Any thing interesting going on in the world of Ethan?
I mean, I used the first month of the off season for sure to just relax, rest, see family, just be home. I didn't do any big trips that a lot of guys usually do. I didn't do any of that, but it was really nice to just be home and see the friends, see the family. Visited some of my friends up in college, and just enjoy a little bit of time off. But I agree, it's too long of an off season. I'm ready to get back to it after Christmas. I'm ready to go. So
there we go.
Yeah, man, we look ready to see you get going on April 2nd, man.
I'm excited.
Yeah. As always, we just want to say thank you, Ethan, for taking the time out of your day for coming on the show, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you. You are one of the up-and-coming talents in USL League One, so we look forward to rooting for you. And when you scored this hat trick, or hat trick of assists, either one comes first. I don't really care. Matt, any last things for you, my good man?
Oh, I mean, couple fun questions, for Ethan. Not designed to get you in trouble here, but
okay,
Darren or Popovich?
Wow, stitched me up there.
No, I said not to get you in trouble.
Yeah,
it's okay then.
I'm going Darren Sawatsky every day.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't feel like I even need to explain that.
No.
Yeah. Similar energy levels, though. I'll give them that.
Okay. Thing you miss most from back home?
I mean, my dogs. I have two Australian Shepherds back home, and I miss them a lot. As much as they annoy me sometimes, they're super fun and cute. So I miss them for sure.
All right. Breakout new player for the team this year.
Breakout new player for the team. Stu Ritchie.
Okay.
Left back.
All right. Best taste in music on the team?
Best taste.
Not you.
Not me? All right. Well, then it's a toss-up. Let me think. Nathan Ani. Okay. I like when he gets on the sticks. He's got some good stuff.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Best fashion sense?
Fashion.
Again, can't pick yourself.
Yeah,
Blondie kept picking himself for all the good ones last week, so we got to cut that out.
Johnny. Oh, jeez. Let me think. Fashion. I think Matt Bentley's got some good like sneakers and that type of stuff. I also like Stu Ritchie's fashion as well. I'd say we'll go Matt Bentley on that one.
All right.
Okay.
Who thinks they have the best fashion sense?
Also Matt Bentley. Yeah. He thinks he's dripping every time he walks in. Sometimes I'd say most of the time he is, but sometimes I'm like, maybe not, you know.
Yeah, it's that British taste, right?
Yeah.
Pass it on as that. And then number of goals Ethan Bryant scores this year.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 15 direct goal contributions. So 5 goals, 10 assists, 10 goals, 5 assists.
There we go.
I'll accept that.
I'll accept that. Yeah. All right. Well, Matt, thank you so much, man, for coming on the show, dude. Like I said before, we look forward to cheering you on April 2nd.
Also, Ethan, thank you for coming on.
Y'all. Yeah, appreciate it. See y'all out there April 2nd. We got to go smack Tucson. So
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we do.
All right. As always, listeners, make sure you can follow the show on Instagram and Twitter at RiverCity93. For Matt, for Ethan, this is Elliot. We will holler at you guys later. Be safe. And hey, guys, thank you for taking the time to check out this exclusive interview with a member of the Richmond Kickers. We want to let you know that if you're interested in an ad-free version of this podcast and to some of our exclusive articles, make sure to go to our Patreon page, where you can just go to patreon.com, type in RiverCity93, and you can join us low for $2, where you get access to exclusive articles, ad-free podcasts, and much more.